Hi everyone, my name is Jane and today we're gonna watch some alternative reels and TikToks. So I myself don't have TikTok, so I went onto YouTube and just searched alternative TikTok compilation, and that's where I found some of these TikToks, and the other ones are just some that I saved on my Instagram. So the reason why I called these alternative reels and TikToks is because some of these are like goth, but some are like sort of alternative, sort of goth, and I didn't want to assume anyone's like subculture and stuff, so I just called this alternative reels. But most of these are like kind of relatable to goths and probably to other alternative people as well, so yeah.
A human called me a possum. I am not a possum.
Yeah, okay, this is kind of relatable for me because every time I go to school, I get this every time. Everyone thinks I'm emo for some reason. Like, a lot of people think like emo is the only alternative thing or something, because no one ever asked me, are you goth? I always get, are you emo? I don't know why, because I don't think I dress particularly emo, even though I get the difference is like not really big, and I know that barely anyone knows the difference between emo and goth, but why is it always, are you emo? I never, are you goth? I guess because emos are kind of more popular these days, because I don't really see a lot of goths anymore. But no, I'm not emo. And I definitely don't blame anyone who calls me that, because I get that not everyone knows everything about like subcultures and that kind of stuff. But like, no, not emo.
No, no! Son of a fuck!
Oh my god, this one's hilarious. I really love this one. But yeah, I kind of think a lot of people can relate to this, that maybe their parents don't really accept them being goth or being alternative or whatever you are. But yeah, I just think you should do what you like, really. Just be yourself, it's fine. And if your parents are kind of strict about it, just ask them like, why don't you accept that I am goth or whatever you are. And you can talk about it. Maybe they're just worried about you. Maybe they think you're like really rebellious and they just want to make sure that you don't like go do really stupid and crazy stuff. Or maybe they're afraid you'll be bullied. Just talk about it, because that will really help. But yeah, this is kind of relatable to me. Like, my parents definitely accept the way I am, so I'm really thankful for that. But like, they also always say like, why are you always wearing black? You should buy color. Whenever I used to go shopping when I was younger, my mom would be like, okay, I'll pay for the clothes that you buy, but only if they have a color, because they didn't just want me to buy only black things, and if I did, they didn't want to pay for it. Yeah, so when I looked up goth memes on Instagram, I got so many videos about like getting a goth girlfriend. Like, it's almost as if goths are only like known for being a freaky, cool kind of girlfriend or something. I don't know. But I got so many of these kind of videos. People don't really realize that goth people are kind of into other stuff that's kind of weird sometimes, because, well, we're alternative, so we kind of do like stuff that most people don't like. So collecting rocks and crystals, like, that's kind of also what I do. Or liking things like skulls and stuff, and having an entire room full of coffins. Like, people don't expect that kind of stuff, and often find it really weird and like, huh, why are you like that? Like, you could have kind of expected that. Like, we're not like some girlfriend you can get just to have like a really pretty aesthetic freaky girl. We're kind of just people too, and we just like certain things like this, and I don't really understand why you're expecting certain things and are then disappointed that you got something else, because you could have kind of known. If you know anything about people, girls in general, or goth girls, like, you would know that we're into weird stuff and we're not only into looking hot or whatever.
Darling, I always wear black. Black is such a happy color. And my favorite color, too. Black. I should have bought black curtains. Black is so much more cheerful.
Well, yeah, what she said, I love Morticia. She's just so lovely and so relatable. Like, every time I buy something or get something or have something that is not black, I'm like, I should have had it in black. I should have bought it in black. And people are often like, why do you always want everything black? Black is such a depressing color. Well, to me it isn't. To me, it makes me happy to have everything black. Like, I'm actually upset that these blinds are purple because I wanted them black. That makes me upset. Black isn't always a depressing color in my eyes. It's kind of just like my aesthetic, my vibe, so it makes me happy. This is so true. Like, I almost always wear platform boots when I go out or just like anywhere. Actually, my platforms are like, I don't know, 10 centimeters high maybe. They're really high and I'm kind of short, but when I wear my platforms I'm just so much taller. And then when I don't wear my platforms for once, everyone's like, whoa, you're actually really short. So like, yeah, I'm short, but most people kind of don't know me as a short person because I always wear like really high shoes.
Hi, Dan. I just moved in next door. I'm a supermodel.
I don't care who the IRS sends, I am not paying taxes.
Yeah, first of all, she looks really good. Like, goth or not, she looks so pretty. Like, she is goth, but like dressed up as a goth or not, she looks so incredibly pretty. But yeah, another one about goth girlfriends, it's just like, we don't look like that all the time. You can try to find a goth girlfriend, but she will never, none of us ever look like that 24/7, because first of all, women don't wear makeup 24/7 because that's really bad for you and it's just too much effort. Secondly, gothic clothes are so uncomfortable. Like, this isn't comfortable and this isn't comfortable and this is kind of comfortable, but I don't really have a really special outfit on today. But like fishnets with all this stuff on top and all these chains and stuff, it's just not comfortable. So why would we wear that 24/7? We really don't. We only wear that kind of stuff for like special occasions. So again, I don't really understand this expectation, because if you think about it for like 2 seconds, nobody will ever look like that all the time. In fact, we barely look like that like 1% of the time. So yeah.
Oh, have you changed your hair? It looks really nice. Oh, thanks. It's the 8th time I've dyed it in the last 3 minutes. Wow, that can't be good for your hair. No, it's not. It's killing it. It's dry as straw. But at least...
Okay, I'm sorry, I paused the video for a second, but this first part is already so relatable because I change my hair so often. It's now purple, it was pink before. But yeah, I dye it so often that it's kind of getting like dry. I know some dyes are just really not good for your hair, and I also bleached the under part of my hair. So I don't know if you can see it, but I can't even get this part straight with my straightener anymore. It's just so dead. It just won't do what I want. It will never look good or feel good because it's just so dead from all the dyeing and bleaching.
But at least now you're settled with this colour and you can just keep it like that because it looks really good. No, I actually hate it. What? So what are you gonna do? I'll probably just dye it back my natural colour after all of that. Oh, that's a good idea!
I do kind of have the same problem with like when I dyed my hair, I want another color. I don't really want to go back to my natural color because I think being just blonde is really boring. But when I dyed my hair pink, like I really loved it. But like after a week or something, I was like, no, I want purple. And now I'm purple, I'm like, maybe I should try red, you know? I don't know why. But for some reason I get really bored of my hair color so fast, even though I think it looks really good on me. Like, I'm really happy to have this color on me. But I just, for some reason, every time I dye my hair or I don't have my hair dyed, I'm like, okay, I need that color right now. I don't know, it's just fun. Like, having a new look is always so fun. Why is there always so much noise outside when I'm trying to film? It's like, it's always quiet, except for when I'm filming. Then there's like, I don't know what's happening outside, but there's so much noise.
9/11 was bad.
I agree with that.
9/11. 9/11.
Yeah, okay, so this one's just literally true. So they say baby bats are not posers, and that's a thing. Baby bats, by the way, are people who are like new to the goth culture. They often get called a poser because they either don't dress goth or they don't act goth or whatever. They're new to the goth community, or they're really young, so they're called posers because they're just really young. But I think it's really mean to call people posers, because if you say you're a goth, or you say you're an emo, or you say you're whatever kind of subculture you are, people kind of need to respect that. Like, if you say you're part of that subculture, then you are. If you listen to goth music, then you are goth. That's just how it works. That's the definition we have these days for being goth. And even if you don't dress goth, or you don't have the money to dress goth, because, well, goth clothes are really expensive, and even me, I don't really buy my clothes in really expensive stores, so sometimes people think I'm a poser just because I don't buy all my stuff from Killstar. Like, some people just don't have the money to have like the real goth brands. But I just think you shouldn't call people a poser ever, because you have no idea about those people's lives and what they like and what they don't like and what they are. You can never know everything about someone, so you shouldn't assume that someone is a poser just because you don't see that they look goth. So I know that metal isn't necessarily like goth music, but it's like alternative, so that's why I put it in here. And I personally really love metal music. I listen to it so much. It's like my favorite genre next to like the classic goth music. But I get this question too so much, like, how do you listen to that music? It's like pain to my ears and that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. I actually really find it sort of calming. Like, when I'm when I'm cleaning or doing my makeup or whatever, I put on metal because it makes me happy. It makes me wanna scream along, and I wanna dance and stuff. It's like nice music. You do need to kind of get used to it once you start listening to it, because I used to not like this kind of music, but once you're like used to it, you really start to appreciate it. So I say, if you don't understand why people listen to metal, like, try to find a band that you think is kind of cool, like a little bit, and you get kind of used to how metal sounds, and maybe you'll start to love it, because that's how it worked for me. Because metal is not only like what people think, like worshipping Satan and screaming and really hard guitars and whatever. It can be really pretty music, so you just need to find the right songs. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know the videos are kind of random, but I just really wanted to do another Goth reacts to memes, and this time with videos instead of picture memes, because that's like more popular and stuff. So if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, leave a like on the video, leave a comment. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!